Township economy refers to enterprises and markets based in the townships. They are diverse and mostly informal and unregulated. South Africa's informal economy is worth about 750 billion rand annually, and it is one of the country's fastest growing economies. Some economists are of the view that there have been very little efforts to transform townships' economies. This is mainly because townships are built far away from economic and industrial hubs. Even small businesses like spaza shops, cheap clothing shops, salons are mainly owned by foreign nationals, and this has often led to confrontation between the locals and foreign entrepreneurs. It's for this reason that some of the township business leaders are agitating for regulation of the informal economy.
Government,
He says government should assist our people financially. We used to run these spaza shops successfully, so why now our government is not financing them? Businessman Tshepo from Mabopane and Tuso Motau, an entrepreneur, are amongst those who had decried the deteriorating state of township economies over the past 3 decades.
We have a huge unemployment in the township when township business is supposed to be creating jobs, you see. It is unfortunate, but it's not something that cannot be looked into, and to reverse it obviously is going to be difficult, and it's all about how do we support young entrepreneurs and make them conscious of the fact that they also are part of this economy.
The other plea I would like to make to the government is the issue of working together with small business, the cooperation. Sometime I might not need funding. Sometime I just need the government involvement in what I'm doing. For instance, I'm in the city of Tshwane. We're collecting used oil within the 7 regions of Tshwane. I would like to get, that sort of support from the government. It might not even be the funding, but just so the support that I need from the government to collaborate with our business, to collaborate with small business, not just only me, but other small businesses as well.
The township economy, we have to always look at it as a new phenomenon, right? It's a very exciting economy and a vibrant economy. It is only that the township economy hasn't really been put a spotlight on it.
Sifiso Moyo, who's one of the members of the Township Economy Development Commission South Africa, has welcomed the passing of the Act which seeks to integrate townships into the mainstream economy.
The Township Economy Development Act, it's a great milestone. In 30 years of our democracy, for us to be at the point where we have a policy that focuses directly on the township economy is something that we should marvel on. We just have to understand the intricacies of where is the benefit for this TIDA Act. What is the policy? What are the bylaws that needs to be changed? Because informal traders are there, but hindrance are bylaws that are already there. So we have to use it to our advantage. For me, I think it should be every township entrepreneur's Bible. And it forces big corporate to actually even consider, procuring some of the items from the locals. But because we don't have any knowledge about it, we are not actively implementing it. Our focus is derailed. It's derailed to spaza shops. And for me, the spazas don't define the township economy. They are just part of the entire ecosystem.
Through the Gauteng Enterprise Propeller, government is assisting the SMMEs in provision of both non-financial and grant funding for small businesses and cooperatives. GEP Agency Chief Operations Officer Imran Khan says they are also prioritizing the youth in the sector. This assists them in using new technologies to develop and market their enterprises.
We've got a youth placement program, which we upskill youth for a period of time. And we upskill them both in the private sector as well as the public sector in terms of the placement program that we have. Then there's another program which we launched about 2 years ago, where it's a youth hybrid program. So it's a loan program which combines a grant component as well as a loan component. So that gives leverage in the market in terms of not only financial leverage, but also capacity leverage as well, upskilling and experience. So what happens there, for example, we would fund, let's use an example of if we fund 500,000 rands, 250,000 rand goes in the form of grant, and 250,000 rand goes in the form of loan. So by that, I mean, it gives you a good start in terms of financial leverage, because the grant component is not repayable. It also gives you a competitive advantage in the market.
Former businessman turned politician Herman Mashaba says support and protection of locally owned and managed SMMEs is crucial for the country's sustainable economic growth and development.
This is what are called draconian labor laws, which actually unfortunately destroyed black businesses in the townships, because when our new government came into power, whether they had good reasons or not, but at the end of the day, ultimately they destroyed small businesses. And as I said, crime played a key role, but more importantly, allowing international crime syndicates, bringing counterfeit expired goods into our country, allowing illegal foreigners taking over our businesses in our country. This borderless country has really contributed enormously to the collapse of small businesses in our country. Not only small businesses, black business.
As efforts are underway to transform township economies to ensure that they thrive, more challenges still remain that the sector be regulated to allow more entrepreneurs to gain access to key markets and financial support from major financial institutions. It's believed this will be befitting to honor prominent black business leaders and pioneers like Ntate Richard Maponya, Dr. Sam Mutsonyani, Dr. Ntato Mutlana. Tshepo Ikaneng, SABC News, Soweto.